Top 10 companies that might not make it through the 2020 recession. The world is changing, and we are now seeing one of the biggest economic declines in history. Here are a few companies that may not have a bright future ahead. Number 1. AMC Theaters. As the global impact continues from the outbreak, movie sales are at historic lows. They are practically non-existent at this point, and movies are either being pushed back or outright canceled. AMC has gone to the extent to hire bankruptcy attorneys ahead of what may happen in the very near future. Disney, the movie juggernaut, is pushing back all of their top movies as well. Contrary to what most think, movie theaters and the companies that produce these blockbuster movies need one another. Ticket sales are what pay for all the upfront costs to produce these multi-million-dollar movies. So, without the theaters, most movies would never even make a profit. Added to the fact, most theaters don't make a profit off of ticket sales, but off of selling you the overpriced food and drinks. AMC Theaters may be the first major bankruptcy caused by the global shutdowns. Number 2. American Airlines. One U.S. airline stands above them all when it comes to the possibility of filing for bankruptcy and even ceasing to exist. The company in question would be American Airlines. The recent complete collapse of demand in air travel has made them cut back their domestic travel by 80% and international travel by 90% until May or June 2020. The only glimmer of hope is that they were granted part of the $25 billion in loans and guarantees to help the entire airline industry, on top of the additional $25 billion to help pay employee salaries and benefits. They may be facing one of the toughest roads ahead out of any other airline. Number 3. J.C. Penney. This once dominant department chain is a shell of its former self. Top analysts are saying that this holiday season will be a make or break moment for many brick-and-mortar retailers. Being smothered by debt, online competition, and the worldwide 2020 outbreak, it's unclear if they will emerge on the other side of all of this alive. I mean, its stock price has dropped 90% in value since 2016. They are working on a plan to reinvent the brand, but this will be tough given their recent track record. There may be a bit of hope on the horizon if they tighten their belt, put money into properly updating stores, get better online sales with reduced minimum order amounts, better PR, and better advertising in general. Oh, and find a way to reduce their debt to help boost investor confidence. Is this impossible, you might ask? No. Is it unlikely? Yes. Number 4. David's Bridal. How easy this would be to blame millennials for this, but they do play a role. The rise of casual dating, no strings attached, and YOLO lifestyle has deeply hurt this once booming brand. The idea of marriage, having a family, and building with someone you love is slowly disappearing and being seen as a liability by most of the younger generation. David's Bridal is one of the few retailers that a brick-and-mortar business can potentially be seen as an asset. On the bright side, they did come out of bankruptcy in record time and without having to close any of their 300 stores. This allowed them to restructure their debt and get much-needed breathing room for the business. If they can adapt to changing trends and implement a way to continue to stay relevant under increasing pressure from rivals, David's Bridal may be able to weather the coming storm. Number 5. Rite Aid. Seeing their stock price destroyed within a matter of weeks and a potential buyout by Walgreens blocked by the Federal Trade Commission, Rite Aid is not all right, and being burdened by this massive mound of debt has brought them closer to the edge. This recession just might be the kick off the cliff that they have been trying to fight against. The new CEO has been a driving force behind the slight comeback, although the tough competition that they face by the likes of CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Costco, Kroger, and Amazon may be more than they can withstand. Rite Aid could be all but an afterthought in the future, or they could turn things around. Number 6. Asino Retail Group. You may not know this name, but most will know the name of Ann Taylor and Lane Bryant. Asino Retail Group is the parent company of both the aforementioned, and collectively, they have thousands of stores nationwide. Many of these retail spaces are just bloating their expenses, and having $1.3 billion in debt may be too much for them. Making matters worse, they were forced to do a 1-for-20 reverse split in order to remain on the stock market. It's very unclear what their future holds, other than them closing underperforming stores and trying to get their debt within reason. Number 7. GameStop. Faced with a bleak outlook brought about by mobile gaming, digital downloads, and poor business reputation, GameStop is on the ropes and needs a big win to bounce back from their bankruptcy, which some might call a necessary evil. We've all seen the memes about GameStop, and with the world in lockdown, they will see a further decline in sales. It would seem to me that a smart move for them would be to close underperforming stores. This freeing up cash for them, they could either buy or start their own division that makes video games in-house. Why keep pouring money into in-store sales if people are clearly purchasing more digital downloads? This would give them more control over their own brand and allow them to better weather the future. This is just advice from a random person on the internet. Number 8. Sears. Filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2018, this was almost unavoidable since they have not turned a profit in 10 years. Over these last 10 years, their sales have been decimated by the likes of Walmart, Target, and Amazon. Good news did come in February 2019 when Chairman Eddie Lampertz helped bring the former retail giant out of bankruptcy. This deal alone helped them keep 425 Sears and Kmart locations operating and 45,000 people employed. Now it is a matter of time if things will get better or continue downhill for them. The company has been without a CEO for over a year now, but that's a different story. Number 9. GNC. We all know that the first things we Americans do when things get tough is eat better, right? This is only part of the dilemma that GNC and other health food stores will face. They have been continuously seeing less and less foot traffic in stores, mainly because most of their locations are in malls. Putting a number on this, approximately 1,100 stores are located in malls, and if malls keep declining, so will they. Added to that, the expected closure of 900 stores by the end of 2020, their future is looking bleak. On the positive side, they do have a new store initiative and several partnerships with brands like Dick's Sporting Goods and Hudson News Outlets. Number 10. Pier 1 Imports. When was the last time you've gone into a Pier 1 Imports? Completing a 1-for-20 reverse stock split is usually not a good sign, especially when it's done so that the company won't be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. On top of that, they closed almost 15% of their stores last year. All of this has happened before 2020, so this is a pre-global lockdown. They are trying to turn things around by selling off low or non-selling merchandise at huge discounts and bringing in new, more appealing products. Just like anything else, this will take time to see whether or not their plans will pay off. If you've made it this far, leave a comment on what company you think will most likely disappear in the next few years. This really helps our channel and the YouTube gods. Thank you for watching. Number 11. Victoria's Secret. This brand, which was once the apex of beauty, bedroom appeal, and desire, has been seeing a steady decline over the last several years. L Brands, their parent company, has even gone to the extent of potentially selling the brand off. Doing this would give them the opportunity to focus on their more profitable brand, Bath & Body Works. Adding to the fact that they saw a 3% decline in sales over the 2019 holiday season, given the fact that shoppers today are more comfort or loungewear loving than anything else, does not help their bottom line. If they can re-image their brand and figure out how to get out in front of trends again rather than playing catch-up, they may be able to reign supreme once again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing Top 10 content.